Hello friends, it's me, Will Falzone, the Roadside Pie King. So today I wanted to do a pretty short video, it's not going to be too short. I wanted to introduce the newest tool in my pizza making arsenal. It's this 22 gauge rolled steel pizza pan. It's a grandma pizza pan, Sicilian pizza pan, whatever you want to use it for. Anyway, this comes raw steel. I seasoned this morning. 3 very thin coats of Crisco in the oven for 45 minutes each time to dry it out. Look how shiny that is. This is slick. This is better than any Teflon you're going to get, and it's safer because it's natural. Anyway, so if anybody's interested in these pans, you'll see the final result. I don't have anything to do with this company, except I know the gentleman. He's a friend of mine on the pizza club. His website is, what is it? swhenterprises.com. He's got these nice 12 by 12 pans, which is a good size for home use, and then he's also got a new size. I think they're 13 by 20. But anyway, they're good pans. He has an option that he'll do the seasoning for you, which really I think might be worth it. I don't remember how much he charges for that, but by the time you spend the energy and the time to season these things, you might be better off just letting him do the work for you. But either way, you're not going to find any pan that's heavier than this. 22 gauge, rolled steel, and they're handmade. They're handmade in USA, the state of Nevada. A little background, Walter was a pizzaiolo. I believe it's in Nevada. He had a pizza place, and it was called Smiling with Hope. So he made pizza, and him and his wife are also philanthropists. So they're good people. They are good people. All right, I'm talking too much. Enough about that. We're going to build a grandma pizza. So let me just walk over here. I'm going to show you the Sicilian base that I baked in this very pan. Not one thing stuck to this. I always put a little bit of watered down oil on the top of my pie. It's not my idea. It's the Belushi method. May he rest in peace. Good pizzaiolo out of New York City. He had some problems in his life, but he just recently, a couple of years ago, he opened up a place in Queens, and he was doing quite well. He's a pretty famous guy, Andrew Belushi. Anyway, let me get this pizza base. I want to show you how great it came out. Okay, so this is a new formula too. This is semolina, 75% semolina remicinata, extra fancy semolina in English, very fine, flour grade. It's not that stuff that looks like cornmeal. Look, this is going to be nice and airy. Look at that. I let the par bake go a little too far today, but it's still beautiful. I'm breaking this. All right, so I don't want to break this. we're gonna start right here. I'm not using olive oil. A grandma pizza, you want it to fry in the pan. Okay, so you're going to put a lot of oil in the pan, a good amount of oil. I'm not using olive oil. Avocado oil has a higher flash point. It's not going to burn. Even regular olive oil, avocado oil takes the heat better. There's a lot of oil in the dough. There's some butter even in the dough for flavor. Anyway, let's get some oil in this pan. Nice amount. See, a couple of tablespoons. Don't worry about the oil. It's good. It's good for focaccia. It's good for Sicilian pizza. It's all good. And olive oil. Avocado oil is a healthy oil. We're not using any man-made canola oil. We don't want to give anything to those Canadians. All right, so they want to fight, we'll fight back. Don't buy anything made in Canada, guys. Don't buy anything made in China either. Anyway, that's a story for another day. All right, so far we learned Sicilian grandma pizza fries in the pan. Now, we put this in the pan. I'm going to put oil. I'm going to put sauce both on the bottom and on the top of the pie. All right, and then I'm going to use just one topping today, simple. Grandma type topping. We're going to use fresh tomatoes and basil. All right, so we're going to put some, I'm going to get a tablespoon because I only have a certain amount of sauce and I want it to go far. So I'm going to use a regular tablespoon here and I'm going to put a dollop of sauce in each corner. I want to make sure I have some left for the top. All right, that's good. And one in the middle. Nice. Nicely done. All right, so now we're going to spread this out a little. So you can't, on this this kind of base, the dimpled base, it's going to be hard to use a ladle to do this like I do with my round pies. You guys have seen that before. And we're going to go past here. I don't want to leave too much of a cornice on this. I want the cheese to go almost to the end. Because it looks better, it tastes better, and it makes for a better pie. So we're going to get the sauce right up in there. Right up on the edge. See? See how nice? You see how nice I do that? Okay. There we go. So since, I got to start preheating the oven. This isn't going to go right in. We want to eat by 5 o'clock. This is only going to take about 10 minutes in the oven. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to burn it. Just until I melt everything, because I already went too far. I usually don't bring my paw bakes nearly this dark. I don't know what I was thinking this morning. I was pretty tired. Excuse me 1 second. Let me start the oven. So now, as far as the oven, while we're on that topic, my modus operandi is to preheat the oven all the way up to 550. And then once I slide this pie in the oven, it's going to go down to 450, and we'll bake it at 450. I want to get that nice initial heat in there. All right, so this is looking really good. What else? I'm not going to put it on my steel on the bottom because I don't want this to burn on the bottom any more than it is. So I'm going to put it right above that on the rack. All right, so here we got some Costco Parmesan and Romano mixed. We're going to put it on the bottom. We like a good amount of Parmesan, Romano cheese, hard cheeses in this house. So we're going to put some of this. The other thing is I lost some weight, guys. I'm feeling better about myself. I got more energy. I'm exercising, swimming almost every day, 7 days a week. No, not 7. 5, 6 days a week I'm swimming. Doing a little resistance exercises and isometrics, building up, trying to get strong again. All right, so we're going to put this cheese on here nicely. How's that look, guys? Nice. All right, so now the next step after that, we're going to put some mozzarella cheese. I got a good 10 ounces here. Weighed 10 ounces of cheese. That's enough to be what the pizza topping chart says is heavy for this size pie. This is 12 by 12. Anyway, we're going to put this, and like I said, we're going to go past, well, we're going to go right to the cornice, and then I'm going to push it past the cornice, because I don't want to leave a lot of cornice on this pie. I think I made it a little too big today anyway, but this is going to be good. And this looks like a good amount of cheese. Usually for this size pie, well, the one I was using before I bought this pan, this is the first time I'm using this pan, by the way. I told you it's new to my arsenal. I was using a cookie sheet, a small cookie sheet. I think I don't remember what size it is. It's those small ones you could get in the supermarket, and they're coated. And I was using 8 ounces of cheese for that. I know the area was a little smaller on that, so I used 10. Actually, now that I remember, I put 11 ounces on here in this pail. Okay, so this is looking good. We're going to go right up to the edge. Not right up to the edge. It's not. This isn't a Chicago pizza. It's not a Detroit pizza. This is New York, baby. New York Siciliano. Okay, so now let's get some cheese in the middle here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. All right. All right, there you go. So, tomatoes, fresh tomatoes on pizza. That was, my mom used to do that. But when she did a tomato pie like that, there was no sauce, no pizza sauce. It was tomatoes and anchovies on her homemade dough. And it was good. I love it. I haven't made that in a while. I have to do that soon. It's hard for me to do that because Doreen don't eat anchovies, so, and I can't be eating a whole pizza pie anymore. Those days are over. Those days are over for me. Actually, I'm shooting to eat 1 slice today and a salad. I'm changing the way I eat. No more eating 3 slices and that's my dinner. 1 slice, I love pizza. 1 slice is enough, and I'm going to have a salad with it. All right, now we're going to put those fresh tomatoes I've been telling you about, guys. All right, these are Roma tomatoes. I had them laying in some paper towel over here to dry them out. Roma tomatoes don't have a lot of moisture, so these are good tomatoes to use for this application. You don't want them to be releasing a lot of water onto your pie. I want to spread them out a little because I know I have enough here, but I want to make sure I have enough. And then we'll do another 2 columns. This is a fat one. I'm going to leave that for the middle. I'm going to leave that one for the middle. I'm going to lower these down a little. Like that. And I'm going to put this fat bad boy right in the middle. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, we got room for 1 more row. Okay. Alright, so now we're also going to do that upside down thing. We're going to put some sauce on top of this. I'm going to see exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm doing this on the fly. I got a couple extra pieces of tomato here. That's enough tomato. So let's do the same thing. Let's mix this up a little. And let's see if I could put a tablespoon in each corner and then spread it out. Let's see how that works, guys. This should work really well. And let's put this around the middle here. And then we're going to spread it out. So this is what you call your L&B Spumoni Gardens upside down. Upside down grandma pie. They use a lot more sauce. I don't want to put too much sauce on top. But we're just going to spread this out as best I can. If you do the sauce right, the right amount, the right ratio sauce to cheese, you shouldn't really be able to tell if the sauce went on first or last. It'll all, you know how the New York street pies look, that malted orangey color. That's how my pies usually come out when I do it right. Anyway, we're trying to go for a little bit of a grandma look here. And then the other thing I like when you're doing a grandma pie, a lot of this hard cheese. Now we're going to put some more hard cheese on here. So this, whoops, I just wasted some of my good hard cheese. That's okay. Okay, made a mess, but that's okay. Now we're just going to put some basil. Good amount of basil. Nice fresh garden basil. You can't go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with fresh garden basil, guys. So we're going to put some basil on here. And then we still got a while. I'm going to preheat that oven really good. And at about 15 minutes, about 4:15 Mountain Time. I know you guys, most of my fans are on the East Coast. So we got a 3-hour difference. I think that looks pretty good, guys. What do you think? Leave me a comment. How's that look, guys? What else should I add? Anyway, that's done. Later on, after this is all said and done, and after I cut it and it's plated, I'll take a picture of it and I'll post that also, but I'll post that on Facebook. All right, thanks for watching. I had fun. Now you see the newest addition to my pizza making arsenal, Walter's 22 gauge rolled steel pizza pan, par baked base, grandma pizza, margarita style. Have a good day.